Now, are you looking for purpose, but you're really not too sure how to do this? Well, I'm going to try and explore an easier way and something that has helped me, and I hope that it can help you. So stick around to the end, where we have some key questions which you can take away, which can get you on your path to finding your purpose. So hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for clicking into this week's episode of the Hack Share. If you're new here, I'm John Evans, and I'm now a certified life and business coach and NLP practitioner. But also I run the Hack Share podcast, which is all centered around self-help and mental health. The aim of the podcast is to help and inspire you. Now, I was recently watching a Mel Robbins interview where she was discussing our purpose and how we should focus more on what energizes us instead of finding out what our purpose is. And this got me thinking that, okay, I'm the one that's been searching for my purpose for so long. Is there an easier way? Now, before I started the Hack Share, I was trying to find out my purpose and what I was meant to do with my life. I knew that I was destined for great things, but I just didn't know what it was. And over the last 12 years, I've been in professional sales, and I knew through my career, even through serving clients and helping them mitigate pain, and the solution that I'm selling is something that I'm passionate about, the job itself didn't really energize me. So I knew deep down I needed to do something, and I needed to do something for me, something which if I focus all of my energy on, not only will I have a better life mentally, but I'm enjoying something which I'm truly meant to do. Now, I don't know if many of you know this. I've mentioned this in a couple of podcasts as well as some interviews that I've also explained my story on, but years ago, I really wanted to be an actor, like really badly. Throughout my whole childhood, I was going to youth theatres, I was studying drama. All I could think about was drama. I went to the National Youth Theatre, I auditioned for drama school, and then eventually I ended up studying drama and film studies because I wanted desperately to be an actor. But I was surrounded by the wrong people, and I was surrounded by a lot of negativity to the point where anything that I expressed that I wanted to do, I received negative comments back. And over time, I let my dream slip away and I gave up on becoming an actor. And then I transitioned into sales. Now, this was over 15 years ago. And in those 15 years since, I knew deep down something was missing. There was always a gap that had always left me, but I always questioned what it was. And I thought it was the acting. But since reading hundreds of self-help books, consuming thousands of hours of self-help content which can help me, I realized that it wasn't the acting that I regretted giving up on, it was the fact that I was no longer being creative. But I've always loved helping people. Because of my social anxiety, I've always had a difficult time opening up, and that slowly developed through the time in which I gave up wanting to be an actor because I felt that I was being judged constantly. So this prevented me from opening up, and I have talked about it before of how I managed to slowly step up to speak to people and talk to them openly, whereas before I was, since I gave up on acting, I didn't really do that. But I've always loved helping people, and I'm always there to listen. And I always love helping people get to that realization of, aha, this is what I have to do. And for them opening up and showing them trust in me is something that since I've been showing trust back, but sometimes I'm the one to instigate because I know it's hard for people. This is why I love being in sales, and I love helping my clients. I love helping them with a solution. And I really love getting them to something that they've always wanted, but it's something that they've never had. Now, it all started when I was reflecting during lockdown about what I wanted to do. I knew deep down I wanted to help, but also ignite that creativity that left my life so long ago. It was only when the idea of creating a podcast came to mind. Now, this made sense to me as the content can truly help people, and I'm being creative, but I thought, what am I creating a podcast about? So there's a lot of fear that was surrounding what was happening in the world. I was feeling fearful myself. I didn't know if this meant that I'd lose my job, and I was thinking about the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? My friends and family were also expressing the fear that they had. And I thought, okay, well, what has helped me so far? What has helped me through my social anxiety journey? If I'm going through a challenging time, I can get to the other side. And the things that have helped me over the years is watching motivational talks, and I consume a lot of TEDx talks because I really love the story. I love hearing how someone went through hardship, adversity, and went to the other side and got through it, broke through. and became the person that they are, which has completely transformed their lives. And I thought, okay, well, if a lot of people are being fearful like me, my friends and my family, then maybe I can create a podcast that can help these people who are worried, to show that, okay, if the worst does happen, then we can get through it. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So when the idea came to mind of linking mental health, what I was suffering with, helping people, eliminating the fear through the stories of getting these amazing guests on board, whilst also me being creative, immediately I felt energized. And I really, really wanted to get started. I didn't care about the negativity. I just cared about how I'm going to do this. So I had so many all-nighters. I was watching countless YouTube videos about what mic to buy, how to edit, what platform to use. I was so hungry, energized, and I cannot stop thinking about it, even to the day. I think about my podcast daily. I'm even in Zoom meetings at work, and I find my mind drifting away thinking, okay, what would be a good episode for next week? Who would be a good guest to get on? What would people want to hear about? You know, what is it that I'm missing? So these are the things that I'm constantly thinking about. And even now, even starting this YouTube channel, I'm completely energized because I'm now thinking, okay, well, how do I light a room? What camera do I buy? How do I don't know, make the sound better? What editing platform do I use? Everything. I'm completely energized. I cannot stop thinking about it. And I spend more time focused on this than anything else. This gap is now filled. And I think that when you find something that energizes you, you really cannot care about the challenges ahead because you're doing something that you truly love. And me personally, I don't care about how challenging it is. I don't care that I'm not the first doing this and that there's so much competition. I don't care about the potential failures due to the market being fragmented. I only care about doing something I love, energizes me, and gives me fulfillment. And I knew I could provide something different in my own unique way. Now, I know I might not be the best editor, the audio might not be as crisp as a professional studio, but it's all about showing up. You know, I could procrastinate, I could work on the episodes more and get it perfected, delay things and slow things down, but I don't want to procrastinate. The way I see this is, from me taking that first step and doing this, is I am now 100% better than when I was a year ago when I didn't even try. And now if I can look at this over the next year, think about how far I can go. So I'm just excited about what the future can hold. About purpose, I found my purpose by reflecting on me and finding something that energizes me. But let's focus on you for a moment, and I've got a few questions. Think about you. Reflect on the times where you have felt truly energized, doing something that afterwards you feel absolutely amazing and you cannot wait to do again. Think about, what are you good at? What can't you stop thinking about? Do you find your mind wanders to the same thing over and over? Think about how you've helped people and how they feel after they've spoken with you. See, there are so many books and videos explaining purpose and how we can find it, but ultimately for me, it's analysing yourself, finding out what motivates you, moves you, and what you cannot stop thinking about. What can you do to help people? And if you had all the money in the world, would you do that thing full time? If you could earn a living by what energizes you, would you start today? Now, if you can answer all of these questions and you know what energizes you, to me, this is a guide in finding out what you are meant to do. And if you haven't found it yet, have a self-reflection. If you've done something towards that, then great. If you haven't, take that first step, do bite-sized chunks and see how it makes you feel. And over time, I'm sure that you'll find out what energizes you and what you are meant to do. But I hope this helps. If you like it, subscribe down below, but also follow us on social media. We're at The Hacks Share. You can download the podcast on all major platforms. Just search for The Hacks Share. But thank you so much and stay tuned for the next.